This episode of The Pros and the Cons is brought to you by our new sponsor, JBL. And mate, they just sent me these to give you. You'll enjoy these because you'll be able to run with them. So they're called the Endurance Peak 2. They're wireless, waterproof.
Oh, I can run, so that's beneficial, isn't
yeah,
it?
Yeah, it's the only thing you can do, right? They've given us a promo code for the audience. So TPATC25.
TPATC.
25 at checkout will give you 25% off.
Endurance Peak 2.
Get yourself some of these headphones, or the Extreme 3 speaker that we had last week is still, we're pumping that every day at the office. Is so legit.
We love our sponsors, mate.
We do. And also brought to you today and always by the legends at Colonial Brewing Co. Grab yourself a slab, grab yourself some beers. Got some cool drops coming this year. I cannot wait, mate. Thank you to Colonial for sponsoring the podcast as always.
For those of you who may not know,
It's pros and cons time.
Mr. Smith.
Hey, who's that? David Zakapakarakis.
Wrong.
How the bloody hell do you say that?
Zaharakis!
Pros and cons.
What is going on, everybody?
Daniel, how are you?
Good, mate. I'm up and about today. We've got people coming into the studio for the first time
in
a year.
We don't have to have the Zoom like we did last week. It's now in studio on a casting couch, I reckon.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. But yes, it is a bit casting couchy.
Yes.
We've got this new setup that you'll be able to see if you watch on YouTube. Might take some photos, put it up.
Yes.
Finish the studio a little bit more. Looking good. People are going to get comfy, I think. Last time someone was in here was Abby Holmes' episode, which was
long time ago
probably
now.
almost exactly a year ago, maybe just a little bit over a year ago, probably, which is crazy to think about.
That is crazy.
But who we got, mate? Because they're your mates.
So,
hang on. Let me get to lead this one up because you have set this episode.
Is this my first guest I've got?
Your first get, which is unbelievable because we've done 20 something episodes.
I've overpromised, underdelivered so far, but I've come with a bang.
You have come with the bang.
A massive
Who is
bang. So today we don't just have one, we don't just have two.
Yeah,
we have three people coming.
What have you done to me? How do we get this audio to happen?
So I've also made you having to get another microphone, another pair of headsets, thanks to JBL.
Yeah.
But I've actually made you do some more work. You don't do enough work already on this pod, so thank you for that.
Yeah, it was a bit of a scramble, but we got there.
Yes, but now at the moment we've got some, I don't even know what I'd say up and coming anymore because they've been around for 6 years and they're booming at the moment.
Dominating.
They're dominating. So they're not, I reckon they're established. When you've got two shows at Rod Laver Arena coming up, I've seen their tour, two shows, which I've bought tickets to one of them. And hopefully maybe after today we can get a few deals for you to get some tickets.
Get some freebies.
Get some freebies. We have got some of the best up and coming, what would you say?
Comedians, stage performers, YouTubers, social media
genre is in
extraordinaires.
Wild Italian Greek. I love it, mate. Sooshi Mango coming on. So
funniest guys. Well, I've obviously during COVID you saw heaps of their stuff because they were dropping stuff. It was entertaining, but they get so many views.
So many views, yeah. So they've, I think they've had in total about 150 million views online from all their videos. Joe and Carlo, they're two brothers, and one of their mates, Andrew, is the other one. So, mate, I heard last night. Not heard, but I'm going to throw you under the bus here. When we were texting last night before the show, you did say that you were going to be quite nervous if they came in full character.
I've watched a few in prep for this episode, which I do because I'm a professional. I have watched some of their interviews that they've done of late because they're on tour, so they're promoting, which is what you want to do.
They're on TV, radio.
They're doing all of this stuff. So I've seen them, and most of their interviews, they're in character. Yes. And to be honest, that makes me a little bit nervous if they're in character. I don't know why. I don't know how to deal with it. So I'm not sure yet. But they're going to rock up in the next probably 10 minutes, and we'll be able to see. I'm hoping they just rock up in
I'm kind of hoping they might be in a bit of character, but who knows? But the characters are very full on in your face, quite funny. So
funny bastards.
It would rattle you, but
it's going to be a fun podcast. I reckon this is going to be the one you want to listen to maybe at home while you're not driving because you're probably going to want to pull over or something once you start laughing because these guys are bloody funny and they come from that WOG humor, and you talk about WOG Boys and Nick Giannopoulos and a few of Effie and all these comedians from the 90s we grew up watching. And
for me, it's my childhood getting relived. That's what I love about them. I remember going to Yaya and Papu's house, and it was kind of the exact same as what they did. The high pants, the moustache, and then the cooking of the barbecue and the food and all that kind of thing. And for me, it's just it's childhood memories. And my whole family, we've been to a show that they've performed in before, and everyone loved it. In stitches, mum and dad in stitches, because it's so relatable, and that's what they are. So
let's get them in, mate. They're going to be here now, so let's go let them in and enjoy the chat.
Let's do it. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, boys. Really appreciate you coming on. First of all, for me, I want to start by.
Can I just say thanks for having us on, guys?
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Thanks for squishing into the 3-seater.
That's what we do, man. We just take over. We come in, we just take over. Thanks. It's an honour to be here, and you guys have done really well. This place is really nice.
Appreciate it. It's a pressure for your setup for your
yeah. But we're gonna hang salamis and stuff. We'll get into that later.
Yeah, definitely.
I was a bit nervous that you're going to show up in character and it would have completely thrown me.
Oh man,
he wasn't actually. Yeah, that's true. Last night,
I messaged him. I go, what if they show up in character? I don't know what the fuck to do.
Because we've seen all your recent interviews on Channel 10.
Colin
on
Jackie
radio.
O.
Yeah, Colin Jackie O. And you've come in, and he was thrown by that. He thought, fuck.
I'm here.
If we did that, we'd be interviewing you guys. We'd be running the podcast if you came in character. So.
Yeah, definitely. But I'll say I first discovered you guys when a couple of years ago on Star Wogs, the stage show. Mm-hmm. That was when I took the whole family there, which we're going to go to your show later in the year. But yeah, that's when I first discovered you, and fuck, I thought it was unbelievable. But you guys have been going for a couple of years before that. So how did you guys form? When did you start? What was the idea behind it?
Over to you, Joe.
Me.
This is Joe. So we have a formation for these questions usually. Yeah. Joe takes the lead. I grab it for a little bit, and then Andrew jumps in. So this is a Joe question.
Yeah. Basically, it all started with a couple of videos in the car. Really, we used to do a few videos ourselves, and one day we just put a camera on in the car between Carlo and I and a friend of ours that he was part of Sooshi Mango.
Yep.
But we killed him because it's more cash for us.
He was Greek.
Yeah.
He was Greek.
Yeah. He was that
Mike? Is that Michael?
Big Michael.
Yeah.
So Michael, he's still a good friend of ours, but he decided to go in a different direction.
Yep.
Because he didn't like making money. So no, he.
Well, it's split between three now.
No, he. I still see him. I saw him the other day, and I went, "Hey, Rod Laver." Anyway, no, he went in a different direction. So we played this. We just did this video and then edited it. And then the rest is history. I did a couple of videos beforehand, and I'd go to Carlo and say, hey, have a look at this video. And he'd say, oh, cut this here and cut this there. Because we do all the editing ourselves. So, and we've all been, we've been self-taught. But we've been, just to go back even further, we've been sort of, students of comedy all our lives. With from Jerry Lewis, D. Martin, the Albert and Costello, the Marx Brothers, those guys. And we would watch those when we were really, really young because our dad used to watch it, and it was clean comedy. It was just funny slapstick comedy that we were allowed to watch. And then when we got a bit older, we'd sneak in Eddie Murphy, Raw and Delirious, But so it all started from back then, and then we've always had this funny bone, but I guess there was never a platform to show it, never a platform to do it, as opposed to some, standing on stage doing some stand up. But our comedy is a little bit different than that. We try and we sort of really get in the character. We really get into what we dress up basically. So it's like a proper reenactment. it's documentary.
We didn't actually start doing WOG comedy.
Yep.
Yeah,
we're doing like everyday type of
observational
stuff, observational stuff, and but we're attracting this kind of face. Like all the people commenting and stuff was like Patisanides and all these Greeks and Italians. We're like, oh, okay, we must relate to them because we must look like them. But then we did a video called Greeks versus Italians. Yep. If you've seen that, I'm not sure if you've seen
that
it.
was one of your first biggest one that blew up.
That's right. Yeah, and then. It's based on that rivalry in Australia that Greeks and Italians have. We're always hanging shit on each other and stuff.
But they're exactly the same.
Yeah, we're exactly the same. We're hanging shit on each other, and that just went crazy. And then we're like, okay, well, we have a lane here. We tried to get out of that lane, but everyone was like, nah, give us more wog shit, please. Then we dressed up like our dads, and we're like, we did this ethnic dad say.
Yep.
And it just went bang. It went crazy, man. It was like I think it's at like 10 million views on Facebook, and I think 1 million or something on YouTube.
Well, the Italian versus Greeks had over 150 million views online. That's what I read last night. So
150 is in total.
In total, yeah.
Yeah, so all of our videos have about 150, 160
I'd love it. Jeez, I would like it if that.
That sounds much better when you say that.
Why'd you say that, Joe? Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
So yeah,
there's 100 billion views we've had online.
But it's so relatable. That's why. I mean, it takes me back to Yaya and Papu when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what I picture when I was there going and Yaya's cooking Papa was cooking the barbecue, and it's just the characters you do. It's so relatable to my childhood.
We did that. We got in the room one day and went, let's just get into the nostalgia.
Yeah.
We didn't. We literally stumbled across that. You know?
We all said to each other, right, let's just do this vid. Let's get the gear ready. Right. Yep. So we all went off into our separate ways, and I went into my dad's thing. I saw that Milan jacket that he used to wear when he used to go on a walk, and I thought, okay, what does he wear when he goes on a walk? He buttons up to the top here with a flannel, pulls his pants up like that. I'm like, put it on. I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is the one. Same thing happened with these guys,
I just raided my old man's cupboard actually and pulled some stuff out. But most people don't know that we almost canned that video. We shot it originally, and we didn't like it at all. Remember when we shot it the first time?
We didn't, yeah.
We just put it together and it didn't quite. We sort of we canned it and we shelved it for a bit, and then we had no other material to shoot, and we thought, let's just bring it back to life, and we thought about it a little harder, put it together, and that's it. The ethnic dads were born. So yeah.
So how did
my character? I saw these guys were dressing like their normal dads outdoors, so I went, well, maybe I should put him in pajamas. And then I went to Kmart and I lashed out and spent $7. And for the rest of my life now, I've got to wear pajamas.
But you get away with it anyway.
No matter where we go, I'm always in pajamas. So anyway.
So how did you go?
I was going to say, I remember when I first, because I'm an Aussie and my wife is half Italian, half Maltese, and so that side of the family. So I'm a wog-in-law. It's like a muggle, I think. But they have. I remember showing my mother-in-law the first time, and she loved it, but it was also like, yeah, that's it. What do you mean?
There's a documentary for this. So they're real people.
I think it's like the generation below. I find that they find it funny, but they're like, that's my mum. Yeah. Like, that's my dad. Is that what you think that has helped grow it so quick? And because everyone's tagging everyone online because it's like, hey, look, that's Nonna. Hey, look, that's
absolutely.
Yeah, it's relatability. People can identify with it. It's I don't know. It sort of just comes out of us, and it's not something that you try to reenact. It's something that it just naturally happens, and then people that have been around it identify with it. And they love it, And it's all done with love. It's not done. We're taking a piss out of it, but it's because it's funny.
That's what comedy is, right?
Yeah. Like I always say, that generation, we've got the utmost respect the most, right? Because they're the hardest. They came here, they had it the toughest. They added to the land. They did all that, but they got funny quirks, man.
Yeah,
they've just got you can't hide it. They're hilarious, man. My nonna was hilarious, but just because he had these little tendencies and stuff like that, and you tap into that and you put it on screen, and then everyone's like, "Oh my god, that's my dad, that's my auntie, that's my uncle." It's good fun. Well, it's done with love.
Yep.
So let's face it, that we inadvertently stumbled upon this nostalgic path that brings people down. But And as respectful as we try to remain to the characters and to this generation, they do stupid shit. And it's funny. So we run with
Who
it,
puts plastic bags on fig trees? You know what I mean? That's funny shit, man. Come on. You know, it's like to fend off the birds, a plastic bag. It's just funny.
Who puts plastic bag on a couch?
That's right. Straight away.
Or the mat. I remember used to be able to see the running plastic mat from the door all the way to a kitchen in someone's house. You don't want to wear out the carpet.
Yeah. Or plates and cups you never use. It's just in the cabinet that you never use.
For Frank Sinatra and the Pope.
Yeah.
You know, like waiting for them to come for dinner.
Yeah.
They do have their little quirks. They do have their little things that make them so special. You know.
Yeah.
But we are paying homage to these people.
Yeah.
You know, like don't get me wrong. It's funny, it's fun. It is, you know, sometimes people go, "Oh, you're taking the piss," or that. But it's really like someone goes to me once, "Where do you get the material from?" And I said, "We lived it."
Yeah.
You know, I got bashed with the spoon. You know, we got thrown through a window. Like it's different these days.
He didn't get thrown through a window. That took that to another level. He did not get thrown.
It gets dark real quick. Yeah.
I got the scars to prove it. No, but you know, like it was that type of, and you know, it's the stereotype. But let's be honest, it's true. The cash, the tax, the houses, the units,
The food.
the food. Yeah, the food.
That's the biggest one that I noticed, and I think I related to is when
we
I
always
first...
say that the fourth member of Sooshi Mango is food.
Yeah.
It's just everyone wants to give us food wherever we go.
But also playing off that, the panettone was one of the best skits of. That's hilarious.
You know, like pizza shops want to give us pizza,
Yeah.
souvlaki bars want to give us souvlakis. It's just, don't know what it is, man. Food. It's the fourth member, but
It's very hard to lose weight in this.
oh mate, definitely
No carb free.
no carb.
No carb free over here.
But on that, well, obviously Italian and with the Greek and like kind of thing. I've read an article, I think you interviewed before about the Italian and Greeks and that, and some people don't like it. Majority of us do. We love it because we're the same. Yeah. But how have you dealt with that? How some people give you backlash on, you can't be doing Greek skits or whatever. It's ridiculous.
I just show them the bank account, to be honest. Nah, mate. You know what? It's a very, very, very small percentage of people, and we've been pretty lucky.
Yeah.
These characters, for some reason, have this charm about them.
Yep.
That people really love.
Are you talking about like when we act as the Greeks?
Yeah, and people go, "Oh, you're
'Cause we're
Italian. You should be
Italians.
doing
Oh,
that."
Italian,
Whereas,
yeah.
like we said, we're the same. Like we love it. It's
I've been pretty lucky because my wife's Greek. I'm
That's-
married to a Greek,
Yep.
so I've been, you know, blessed in that family for 20 years now. So you sort of, and to be honest, man, I've been called Greek, Lebanese, Italian my whole life,
Mate,
You
that's
know,
the thing.
anything, yeah.
If people just look at, that's right. All my life, people are like, "Oh, you're Greek." No, I'm Italian.
yeah.
I am Greek. I am.
Yeah.
I'm Italian, like Australian, Italian. I'm Greek. Third.
You're Greek third,
I grew
okay.
up with my best mates are Greek. My second mum, his mum, she
Yep.
passed away. I used to eat dinner at her house.
Yep.
And then I used to have to go home half an hour later and eat dinner at my house and rock up to the house and be like, "Ma?" And she's like, "Oh, I just cooked some pasta." I'm like, "I just had souvlaki and all this rice and all that." I'm like, have to hide it from her that I didn't eat. And I have to eat again. So when people say that, it's like, man, I am
You
Greek.
are, yeah.
And
I feel Greek. I
Yes.
grew up with it. You know.
and we're Sicilian.
Yep.
So the Greeks keep on reminding me that Greece took over Sicily, and that we are Greek. So
Yes,
hey,
exactly.
it's a big minestrone, man. So,
Have you've been to Sicily back to where you're from?
yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, quite a few times actually. Yeah.
Do you, were you in the that comedy zone at that point, and did you show any of those people any of that stuff? How did they react to it?
No, not at that point
Not at
in
that
time.
point,
No,
no.
I mean we've been around about 6 odd years now, and it was well before that. So no,
Yeah.
no, and actually it's different. The characters that we play aren't based on the Sicilian
Yeah, you're right.
model of those people, more the Australianised version of
yeah.
the ethnics who came
Yeah,
over
might
here.
not get
So,
it.
yeah.
Well, they see the thing is that the characters that we play, came here in the 50s and 60s, and they still think Italy is how they left it.
Right.
Or
very
Greece.
different. Yeah, or
they
Greece.
think it's the way they left it back in the 50s and 60s, where now Italy, Greece, and that everyone's in tattoos and
I heard
piercings, and
he's right. I heard Italy is the most tattooed country in the world.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Really?
But,
Yeah.
but if my dad would have seen your tattoo, he'd have gone, well, what's this, a sheet there? You got
Oh, we were never allowed anything. Yeah. As a
way.
kid. Yeah.
I went to
Papa would-
Sicily a few years ago, and I had ripped jeans on, and I almost every male over 35
I know where this is going. Yeah.
was pointing, what is this?
This is not going to my mum, is it?
I remember catching my mum trying to fix my jeans on a couple of occasions, just sewing patches on. Ma, that's the way they're supposed to be.
Bought them like
No,
that.
I fixed them.
I've got to sew
Did
it.
you pay cheaper? That's what I always get. Well, what about the name? Because obviously Sooshi Mango,
Yeah.
not that relatable to Italian culture.
Yeah, again, what Carlo said before, what my brother said before, we were just going for just normal observational comedy at the start, and we were like, what are we going to call this thing? And my son, who was on the toilet at the time, was saying Sooshi Mango, and we were trying to figure out what to call this thing, and we were going to call it, and he was saying Sooshi Mango, and it just it was that light bulb moment that we were like, yeah, that's, what do we call it? Sushi Mango.
It sounds
And,
quirky.
yeah.
and,
Yeah, it's cool.
You know, he's taking a shit in the toilet. He's 3 years old. Yeah, it works. We'll take it.
That's the
So
one.
shit ideas work.
So when
It's spawned from shit.
so when did it go from doing those videos first to then get into stage shows and really blowing up? For
Well,
you
we
guys
got
like
the
that?
call from Nick Giannopoulos,
Yep.
who is the one of the forefathers of WOG comedy in Australia, and he gave us a call, and we thought that we were going to go and do a video with him, and then basically he said, "Hey, I want to let's do a show." And I pissed myself a little bit while we were sitting there. A little bit of piss came out, and then my brother is a lot more level-headed than I am. I'm the fangirl of the group.
Yep.
You know, I could sit here with Isaac and we could talk about 40 and go, yeah, and all that sort of shit. And so they'll pull me back. So just relax. You're gonna do this for nothing. We're gonna do something here. And that's how it started. And then it goes back to, someone asked me a question the other day about, now these YouTubers or these TikTok, Instagram, well, they've gone from this to that, and is it easy? Well, it's still hard work. You can't. You still got to work hard. And one of the videos that Nick saw is that we did 13 costume changes in one video called Dancing Around the World, and we changed into 13 different outfits of different nationalities and danced like them.
Cost us like $3,000 for the outfits. We weren't making no money. We're like, it's $3,000. We're like, all right, we'll take it for 1 million views. So
he saw that, and he said to us a while later, he said that the reason why he asked us was, one, because we were blowing up and we were the newcomers, but two, he saw the work ethic that we put into our videos. And that, no matter what, and still today, we bust our asses to make sure that we put out the best stuff, or we produce the best show.
Yep.
So yeah, man, that's how we went from, and to learn, it's like chalk and cheese. Video in your car, editing a video, to the stage is completely different. We were like, we could do this. This is easy to stage, no problem. And then we started and we're like, oh, fuck, maybe we can't do this. Oh, so, can I swear on this?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, great. Fuck, shit.
just add that in there.
Yeah, just
But yeah, look, we had the quick apprenticeship for that WOGs at work.
Yep.
And then, at Star Wogs,
yeah.
we just blew the roof off the joint.
Yeah.
So that show, Wogs at Work, 2017, we were actually putting a show together. So we had ideas to put our own, and then he came along and we're like, okay, this is a great platform, and Nick's the king of vlog comedy. You know, let's do it. But yeah, that show was crazy. Like we just went into the Athenaeum. I think it was 1,000 people there. Yeah. Most people start in front of 10 people at a pub or whatever, and we were just like, there's 1,000 people here. Sink or swim, which my brother likes to say. It was one of those things where you had to adapt pretty quickly, and and he wrote all that stuff, so that stuff was written.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
The next show, he said, "Here, look, write your own stuff," and that's probably what you saw. We sort of excelled a little bit.
Yep.
We were comfortable with the material.
It's fair to say that I think we were more nervous the second time around because it was actually our material, but it hit off pretty good.
I mean, I was shitting myself. Because it was our stuff. We wrote it.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, are we good enough? Is our stuff funny on stage?
Yep.
Now we can do videos, but like, is this going to work on stage? We wrote this stuff. I remember I was almost passed out because I put a lot of pressure on myself. I put a lot of pressure on the group.
He's funny. Carlo's weird like that. Like before everything, he'd be like, "No, this is awesome. It's funny. We're gonna smash it. It's all good. It's gonna be the best. We're gonna be great." And then came showtime, and I was pretty confident in the material. I thought it was pretty funny. It was pretty good. Thought we were gonna be fine. And he was backstage pacing. He literally almost passed out at one stage, and I was like, "What's going on?"
It's got to be funny, man. We're going to be the best. Got to be the best.
This guy, Andrew, as well, he was pacing around trying to remember his lines, and he came up to me, I think, and said, "Man, I forgot my first fucking line, man."
I walked on stage and was completely blank. I had no fucking idea what I was supposed to say. But as soon as we heard some applause, everything just turned on. Everything just, all the nerves went away, and we just ran the show, and it went really, really, really good. So,
well, your first game of footy.
Yeah. Fucking shit myself.
You shit yourself?
Yeah. But
what was that like? In front of what?
I don't know. First game were you at the first game? Yeah, it was against Freo in, it was at Marvel Stadium.
30,000?
Yeah, it was about 35, 40, yeah.
35, 40,000.
Had 7 kicks in the first 5 minutes.
Not much has changed in terms of his ego.
That's it.
But yeah, no. The first the exact day, in front of 95,000. That first one, you shit yourself. That was 4 games in, and
Jesus.
The most nervous I've ever been for him, I think, was it? I don't know if it was second or third or maybe even fourth round.
Yep.
He lined up on Stewie Jew at a full back, and one Stewie Jew leg was the size of David's.
just whole body, like,
mid-frame. He's going to kill David. David's going to be dead at the end of this game.
Yeah, but I mean, the challenge is, you transfer so you guys have done. So you done videos for the couple of years where you film it, if you stuff it up, you record it back again, then you just edit it, that kind of thing. And then, like you said, you almost forget your lines or you're shitting yourself and you're walking out in front of 1,000 people staring back at you, these big lights. Was that the biggest challenge?
Well, here's the thing, right? I mean, I've been lucky. I was lucky that I had 10, 12 years of singing in a wedding band, emceeing, hosting events, emceeing events.
Yep.
The comedy aspect of it was new for me, but that used to be these guys, like my brother, he just was always funny and always did stuff. Andrews wasn't. No, I'm only joking. No, I'm joking. No, what I'm trying to say is that these guys never did anything like that. So they were literally just thrown into 1,000 people, like Carlo said before. For newcomers, you're lucky to get 50, 60 at a stand-up comedy or a little venue. We had 1,000 people first night, sink or swim, and they absolutely killed it.
Yep.
Andrew, in all fairness,
complete opposite
is the recluse. He's a recluse. To me, he's always been. To me, as a kid, because I'm 3 years younger than the boys, right?
Yep.
So growing up, when you're 11 and they're 14,
yeah.
It's a big gap.
Massive.
12, 13.
That's why I tell jokes, man.
What do you want from me?
There's a big gap. So he was always one of the funniest guys that he just always used to make me laugh, naturally amongst friends. But he generally in front of people, he's pretty.
Now, in a social situation, always sort of rather be
In a cupboard.
in a cupboard by myself in the dark. So yeah, it was a big leap from doing that to being in front.
Yeah.
But Joe and I used to sit in a room, and Carlo in the same room as kids, and we'd do similar kind of stuff on a tape recorder. You know, stop, start, record. With 3 buttons, 3 fingers going at once, trying to record on a tape. And Carlo would be there in the room listening to it. So it's fair to say that, you know, even pre-Sooshi Mango, we kind of had a vibe going anyway, but then we just sort of grew up and never come back together to do this. So it's a big full circle, and we're here doing this thing, entertaining, and it's actually quite a trip when you think about it, but I think it's meant to be.
We had Limo and Adam Rosenbachs on the podcast previously, and we spoke to them about process of comedians and, you know, obviously them in the stand-up world, starting in that. They're all about, you know, getting on stage and working out on stage as much as possible, and, you know, not letting other people see that, you know, you want to go on stage and do it again. You guys started by throwing it out there to the entire world straight out. It's kind of the opposite in terms of what the stand-up guys did, especially before the internet, and then as the internet come, like, you know, don't want anyone to film your set, you know, but you guys are throwing out, you know, really great work online on YouTube, getting 100 million, 100 billion views.
1 billion. Gazillion views.
Yeah. But, you know, how do you find then having to translate onto stage when a lot of your work that you put a lot of effort into and time is as being dropped on Facebook and YouTube?
Yes, a good question.
Well, the way I think that works is that's what I was saying before about you got to work hard, because you got to. We always say this: you got to do the same thing but different. Like figure that, like we'll try and work that out. You know,
the way I see it, right, is the content we put out online is, in a sense, our marketing tool, right? So. You know, again, I'll relate it back to Nick Giannopoulos. They did Wogs out of work back in the day. They got a deal. They got onto Channel 9, and they had Acropolis Now, 4 million viewers, and the highest rating show. It raised their profile. More eyeballs were on it. We didn't have the TV show, but we've got an online platform, right? So the more content you put out, the more eyeballs are going to see you, and it's like our own little Acropolis Now in a way. You know, people can create their own Acropolis Now online now. So so that's how we utilize that, and then transferring the humor to stage is completely different process where you write the joke completely different, and we got a lot of that knowledge from Nick as well. Like, he taught us how to structure a joke and stuff like that. But our process is different. Like Limo, he might, like you said, he'll go in front of 50 people, tighten up his act and do it. We've never really done that. You can't do that.
Yeah.
Because when we write a show, we write like a 2-hour show. So it's not like just an hour bit or no, I shouldn't say an hour bit. I'm not saying that stand-up's any different.
Right.
It's still that's hard ads because you're by yourself with a microphone up there. That's one of the loneliest places in the world if it's not working.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we write like a stage show that goes for 2 hours, and you're writing certain skits, and the script is everything. And we can't show it to anyone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of bells and whistles. There's like costume change, there's props.
Yep.
Whereas, you know, stand-up's got the microphone and they can do it anywhere. They can do it here now.
Yep.
We wouldn't be able to do the show here now, you know?
But what we also now what happens is that think about something like, for example, I don't know, ethnic dads watching soccer, right?
Which we're going to do, by the way.
Which we do have to do.
And the footy.
And the footy.
And the footy.
Yeah. For Melbourne or for...
Well, we'll do a generic one. So they won't believe that ethnic dads going for Melbourne supporters. We're the only wogs that go for Melbourne. But like that video, for example, we would say now, would that be good for stage, or would that just be good for a video? So now, you're like, but that one actually can't do it on stage. We'll just do it as a video.
Yeah.
So that's the
different medium.
That's the thing now. Yeah. Well, like, or you know, then we thought ethnic dads. I don't don't want to reveal what the
On a
show-
podcast.
you'd have to-
Ethnic Dad's on a podcast.
Ethnic Dad's on a podcast, right? Okay, is that good for video or is that good for stage?
Yeah.
So now we have to think about where it could work. You know?
They're two completely different beasts. We've become better at identifying what will work best where. And we often punch on just trying to work that out. You know?
Yeah.
So
Punch on what we're gonna have for lunch.
So what's it turned into, you guys now? Or when did it turn full time? Is this what you guys just now do? Are you creating content, thinking about writing shows, or are you doing stuff outside of this personally as well, or individually?
Yeah, it's
We got some other stuff
You got-
going. We're
yeah.
wogs, huh?
We've always got just trying to make cash any way we
It's,
can.
Getting cash to flow.
it has taken it has gone to a full time.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But we'd also have a couple of other things going on as well.
Yep.
But those other things used to be a lot more present, a lot more full time. But now this is just grown. I was saying to someone the other day, and I think I came across this guy pretty arrogantly, and I really hope I didn't. But someone said to me, "Oh, so what do you do full time?" And I said, I can't sell out 2 Rod Laver arenas and work full time. And I didn't mean to be rude to this guy, but it takes so much work to put this stuff together.
Yeah.
We don't just get up there and go, hey, pippity-poopity, pizza. Like it just takes so much work and so much time and effort with the production and the lighting and this and that. Like what you guys are doing here. You can't just go like that and it's done.
Oh, David does that every time.
Yeah.
He sets all this up with his crew, and then I just walk in.
He just
and,
rock up. Well, that's so funny. That's what we started doing that, and then we had to do, for Star Wogs and our own show, 50 Shades of Ethnic. We had a whole crew would set up your changing room, set up your dressing room, and stuff like that. And then we had to do a show once just ourselves, and we were like, oh, I can't believe we've got to set this up ourselves now.
So I have to put my clothes in my bag myself. What's going on here?
Who's carrying my water? Who's doing everything? Well, that's the thing, because you're doing 2.5 months or 3 months of touring later in the year. I think I saw you going to 16 cities in 2.5 months. So are you guys on the road the whole time, or are you coming back and forth? What's the go with that?
it's not a straight run, is it? We do come back and forth in between. We have a week or two here and there, but by and large, it's only a few days here and there.
Yeah, I think it's pretty full, but just
It's better that way anyway.
Fridays. We don't usually do shows on Thursdays and Wednesdays because they're just not, people aren't
No one goes out
doing
here.
that kind of stuff. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday type of stuff.
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. You can stay home and get entertained now.
Yeah.
YouTube, podcast, this, that, the other. So it's really just a Friday, Saturday, Sunday thing. So we will do 3 months straight.
Yep.
But we'll be home Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then leave Friday and back on Monday. So my wife loves it because I'm out the house. She's like, woo, I get the bed to myself. And me and Andrew got kids, so we get to spend the time with the kids during the week, and then we're off, on the weekends. So it's sometimes better than a 9-to-5 job because you get to hang out with them more. But in saying that, the writing process and the getting ready process and the rehearsal process, the rehearsal process is probably the most grueling part because you're doing 4 weeks of just flat out rehearsal, going through it all, and then on the first night you do the show and you go, okay, we're going to tweak this, we're going to tweak that, change this, change that.
Yep.
But yeah, it's we're adding more cities. The shows are going great. We've tried to hit the arena circuit this year, and so I've said before already, Rod Laver Arena, Kudos Bank Arena, Win in Entertainment Centre in Wollongong. Like there's all these bigger places.
Yeah.
And we just thought let's get them all in the one space, and we're the only Australian comedians now
So
to have ever.
cockhead statement.
We're the only Australian comedians now to do 2 Rod Laver Arena shows.
It's one of those cockhead statements.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's one of those, hey, we're the only
That's why
Australian
we
comedian
just
to
let
do
him
2
say it,
Rod
you know?
Laver. How do you say that without acting like you're pumping up your own tires.
I was
yeah, you can't.
I don't know, David. You tell them how to brag.
Yeah, seven kicks in 5 minutes in his first game. But I'm just. How do you say it?
Won the Rising Star. No.
Do you know what I mean? It's a proud achievement.
No, that's what
exactly.
that's what someone told me yesterday, Carl. I said to someone yesterday, I hate saying this. He goes, "But you shouldn't. You should be proud of it."
100%.
It's pretty amazing.
And we are proud of it.
It is, but is it? There's something present in the country where it's not like America, right? America's
Self-promotion.
It's self-promotion where it's something that's alive in this country. It's like you can't say that.
Yeah,
it's
you
not
feel
Aussie.
like
It's
tall
not
poppy
Australian.
syndrome.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not
Tall poppy.
Australian to say
Yeah.
your achievements. So I clam up a little bit when I don't want people to think.
There is a bit of that. But in all honesty, I mean, I try and take a position where I'm not talking about myself. I'm more talking about the characters. These are the characters have sold out to Rod Laver Arena. So it's like the love for ethnic people is still very much alive in this country, and we're celebrating that. And that's what Sooshi Mango is about. It's about celebrating all
So
this.
I really want to do this. I'm just
Sonny's art.
Two Rod Laver.
So you two Rod Lavers. Yeah.
That's what we're really saying.
Where's the cocaine?
No. But I think you should be able to, because you're right. It's a proud moment that no one's done that, and you guys are doing that, and it's a time to reflect, because you don't want to do this when in 20 years' time going, hey, 20 years ago we did that kind of thing. You want to do it now, as you're progressing along.
I like you, man.
You got it, But you've
I think he's the fourth member of Sooshi Mango.
cash, just cash.
But you're right. Like I think I said to the boys, and I said to myself, way when we started on the stage shows, I was like, take it all in now, because eventually it might, it might take 10 years, might take 15 years, might be 2, but it'll be gone. And then you hear so many stories of people going, I wish especially even football players,
Yep.
I wish I took it in that I was playing on the G in front of 90,000.
Your career goes like that.
As opposed to going, how many touches am I going to get? What are they going to say on social media? Right?
Yep.
For you, it's fine because you always get the touches. He's always up there and the Zaka. But, it's...
Sounds wrong. He always gets the touches. It sounds wrong.
It's footy lingo, Ange. But... yeah, you learn that to try and absorb as much as you possibly can, because you can be pretty hard on yourself. Especially in this game.
Well, just on that, so you mentioned social media. So I deleted Twitter 3 years ago because you copped too much backlash. We lost. We got smashed. I think it was either 2018. I reckon the first game against GWS that year, like 80 points, and we're terrible. And I just remember reading the comments, and it was a build up of a couple of years of copying it, that kind of thing. So I just deleted it and got rid of it, and because you found yourself scrolling through the comments and that kind of thing.
Well, you had a block list of like
any of you, so I had a block list before that, and then I just got rid of it completely. So is there any of you guys scroll through what people are saying, or do you just post videos and that's it kind of thing?
We try not to, but you get sucked into that vortex of what's everyone saying and why are they saying it. Oh shit, did we cross the line? But ultimately, no, not really. We don't get a lot of negative feedback. We really don't get a lot.
Well, by and large, we don't usually, but you get.
You're too good for that, you guys. You just
two Rod Laver shows.
No, glasses on when you say.
Is that just the comment you write underneath anything
it,
negative?
This podcast
Standard response.
is subtitle of two Rod Laver shows. But no, we're all right. We're all right. It's just lately, I think when you get past a certain level, I think people. That tall poppy thing, I think. Yeah, we went on a few TV shows of recent, I won't say which one, but we went on The Project, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, let's talk openly here. We went on The Project, okay? And we put up a...
What did Carrie do?
No. They were great.
They
were great. They were great. And for us to get on The Project doing what we do is tough. We're not your typical Australian comedian. So they probably let... a comedian who sells out pubs on over us because of what we do. It's a little bit risque. It's a little bit this, whatever. So it's hard for us to get on. It was an achievement for us to get on, right? And so we
Rod Lavers to get on.
Well, that's the same.
That's what it took.
Hey man, that's
what
true.
it took.
That's the same ticket to get into this podcast as well. By the way.
So that's what it took for us to get on. And we're like, cool, man, we got on. We finally got on the project, you know. Anyway, we put up a photo saying we're going on that night. And, man, the barrage of comments that we got, negativity, saying you guys have lost a fan, you guys have sold out. Why would you support that show? They're linking it back to the political stuff. And fucking politics. I don't even know what's going on in my own life, let alone politics.
I don't even know who's running the
I
country.
still think Bob Hawke's the Prime Minister.
Well, it's one of those things where that's one of the only midweek shows that's going to get you 500,000 people watching every night. So what do you want to do?
They didn't look at it like, hey, good on you guys, you're furthering your career.
Yeah.
They looked at it like, you've lost a fan because I don't like that show and I don't like what it represents. They're not. And I think I replied to one comment. I couldn't help it. I was just like, so I replied to one. I just said, you know, well, if we lost you as a fan, you were never a fan to begin with, you know?
Exactly.
And he said, I can't remember what he said. I just ended up blocking the guy.
Yeah.
But you know, that kind of stuff. I think you go into areas that they're not familiar with or they don't like, you know.
He's sitting on me almost, this guy.
I'm talking
close, but Jesus Christ,
I'm talking
man.
here.
Your shoulders.
Do I need to put the
touching
sunglasses
my
back on?
chin.
I'm talking here. Yeah, so I think you go somewhere and they get unfamiliar with it. They get a little bit. Yeah, but outside that, the content stuff, it's all good.
Yeah, because you're attracting new audiences by doing shows like that.
Yeah.
There's people that might not have you on the social media that are just
right.
watching TV all of a sudden.
It was just really weird that, as if Carlo said, it's like almost people got personally offended by us being on some of those programs. But ultimately, they're not looking at it the right way.
That's right.
Again, we're sort of trying to fly the flag for ethnics in the country, and we've been given a platform to do so. Why not jump on and say, hey, we've got some wogs on the project? It
was a really proud moment, man.
Yeah.
Like, outside of us, I think Nick was the only person being on. I think maybe one other that I think they had a
Nick and Mary.
I think they had a
Cousins,
TV show.
Yeah.
Tahir went on.
Tahir went on.
But that's because it was a Channel 10 show that they were promoting. Like
Right,
outside of that, it was like, hey man, we're the only ones on here. Why are you attacking us for it? Like, just trying to.
I mean, you got
Just trying to make some money, bro.
and they were good enough to have another comedian, Tommy Little, helped you out.
He was great.
Well, Tommy's been a fan for a while, which we didn't know. Like, there's all these fans out there that you have no idea about. A lot of footy players that love us and say, oh, we say your stuff in the locker room, and we're like, it blows our mind, you know, like. And then Tommy hit us up and said, hey, I love you guys. He followed us on Insta, and we're like, we should try and do something one day. And then it ended up being Tommaso, the fourth. Yeah. So, but yeah, exactly what Carlo and Ange are saying. It was weird to get that. And you're always going to get someone. You're giving them a platform, yeah. You're giving them a platform for people to comment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So whether they like it or not, they're going to say something, and sometimes people just have.
People are pretty divided these days as well.
Well, what about PC? Like, I mean, we're going to get to our new segment soon. We've got a new segment for you guys, but let's talk about political
I
correctness.
use the Mac and I use. You're talking about.
Political correctness.
That was a shit.
Political correctness.
I'm pretty
That was a
good
shit joke.
Yeah, that was, I didn't know where he was going
It
with
was a
that.
dad joke. I'm a dad. I'm allowed to say those dad jokes, and I've got this guy's elbow right in my chin here.
You're
on the
trying
casting
new
couch,
material
you
for the
two.
show. It didn't work.
You are the first. You are, in fairness, you're the first three in one couch.
Threesome on this couch.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
you're the first three.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's a
great casting
We
couch.
did have to. We scrambled a bit to try to figure out what we're going to do to get you in.
Yeah, we've only had two originally. But so beyond this year, before we get into our brand new segment, for this year, beyond this year, obviously, you're doing the tour, post-COVID life, or whatever. Is there any plans? Well, first of all, do you know what your biggest audience is outside of Australia, and is there any plans to go take this overseas?
Well, look, you mentioned PC before, and I think we'd love to go to America. That's the plan. Well, the plan, we've already been to Canada.
Yep.
And we'd love to go to America, but what's going on over there at the moment, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty bad with the PC stuff over there at the moment. Did you hear that Pepe Le Pew and Speedy Gonzalez are getting copping backlash?
Looney Tunes have just scrapped.
We
the
were speaking this morning about Bugs Bunny's girlfriend. What's her name? Layla. No, Lola. Thank you,
yeah.
Annabelle. Lola
new Space Jam.
isn't this curvaceous
Well, that's what it's about.
thing
Yeah.
anymore.
So
And
they-
Potato Head on Toy Story.
Yeah, no more Mr.
No more
Potato
Mr.
Head
Potato
anymore.
Head.
It's going
Just
too
potato
far
heads.
now.
Craziness.
Yeah.
Everyone's losing their shit. They need to calm
Pepe Le
down.
Pew, fair enough, right? It was, it's a cartoon. You can look at it two ways. It's just a cartoon. It's not real.
It's an old cartoon. It's
So
like,
no
it's
one's
made
even
back
watched
then.
it again.
Yeah. Do you how much do you care?
But this animal is really putting himself on inappropriately on this cat that looks like another. Okay, that's no good. But then at the same time, why is that so bad? There's worse things going on in the world than that. To go, fair enough. But the Speedy Gonzalez thing, and there was actually a Mexican guy doing the voice, and they're saying it that.
What's that
was
guy
just-
Fluffy? Fluffy,
Fluffy.
the comedian, the big, big Mexican guy. It's just crazy, man. I think it's going too far. It's like the mouse is Mexican.
Yep.
He's wearing a sombrero, and he has an accent. So the fuck what?
Well, that's the thing. You got to
You know what I
celebrate
mean?
different cultures around the world.
Like,
So
soon
it's fun.
it's going to be like you can't be at a pizza shop with one of those pizza hats and a mustache because, hey, you're acting too Italian there. We're going to cancel you for that. It's like, everyone calm down, man. Everyone calm down. We're losing our sense of who we are and being able to look and laugh at each other or whatever. It's just going too far.
The thing is, right, I think people are looking way too hard. If you actually take a look at just about any cartoon we grew up on, what was it like? They'd get their faces blown off and rocks falling on them and burnt to death and falling off. Like, I'm talking about Roadrunner alone here, right? Just those kind of things. I mean, if you look at that, of course, it's probably not, if you break it down, but it's just funny. I mean,
And it's a part of the
get
times
out,
as well, right? Like, you can't go back and cancel something that in the 80s and 90s is fine.
They would
there's no problem
like to
now.
try.
Yeah, they
Well,
want to
they're
try.
trying, yeah.
But, I think it has to be left alone in
Grease,
its time.
the movie? Did you hear about Grease, the movie?
Nah.
What's
Great,
happening?
great.
Now? Yeah, but
I know
what's
they're-
happening? What's happening?
They're
trimming
calling
out
it
scenes, aren't they?
too rapey and
slut-
sexist and
slut-
slut shaming.
slut
Sorry, not
shaming.
slut. Can I say that? Cut that out.
Well, you said
No, seriously, put it in. I'm risque. The slut shaming and all that kind of
Yep.
stuff. It's like, come on, man, please,
Well,
just let it go.
Well, we talked about last week. They're on Netflix and that they're cutting out scenes in movies now and shows and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. So you would have seen 10 years ago, if you got the DVD of a certain movie, if you watch streaming it now, a scene of a certain thing would be now cut.
Well, didn't
out.
they
That's what
stop?
they're doing now.
They cut or completely stopped showing Gone with the Wind.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they did.
Gone with the Wind now.
And
'cause-
Faulty Towers, the
Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, I think a bit too much women hitting. I think was the problem.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Faulty Towers as well got taken away.
Faulty
Yeah.
Tower.
Remember Faulty Towers?
Faulty Towers.
Yeah, one of the
Yep.
greats.
There was a segment about Nazis or the Jewish with the Nazis or something.
okay.
along I can't really remember what it was, but that got
I
taken
mean,
away.
the damage is done if there's damage, right?
Well,
not that there was damage, but it's like it's a bit late.
It's
like,
It's a bit late to help
Yeah.
all those people, you
But I
know,
wanna
now.
know
It's crazy.
Who are these people?
yeah,
That put up and then everyone just goes blah. Like,
yeah, living a comfortable life if
Are
you've
they-
got it
are
that,
they in a
that
No,
much.
but seriously, who are they?
Who do they just?
Does anyone know? Because do you guys know
very
at the back
small.
of your
No,
head? Do you guys look like you might know?
I don't know who it is. It's weird.
it's him.
Connor, yeah.
You're the cancel
It is
culture.
him.
I'm gonna bash you later, mate. No, cut that out.
Yeah, we're gonna get cancelled now for
Yeah, we
aggressive
can.
behaviour.
Anyway, so to go back to your question, we'd love to go.
Yeah.
To the plan is to do England,
Yep.
and to do the states, and there's a couple of states in the states which will obviously New York,
Yes.
New Jersey, Boston, Chicago. Some people have told us around Providence or something around Massachusetts, around that sort of place. So there's all those areas where there's a lot of ethnics and we do have fans in those areas. With these days, you can tell, but all the analytics and stuff
Yeah,
like
for
that.
I'd love to do Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
I mean, that
That's
would
when you
be
can come back on and
the dream.
pump that up.
Hey,
Yeah,
That's
you
when you can come back on and pump that up.
Yeah,
Ticket
yeah.
number two to get back onto the
Oh, yeah,
podcast
yeah. Oh, mate.
is to play
my
Madison
glasses
Square
will be this big, man. You won't even be able to fit them in the room. They'll be so huge. But no, that's the dream.
Yeah.
To do that. But if we get there, we get there.
We have a new segment that we're going to be rolling out every week, hopefully. Maybe not every week.
He's been busting to segments.
I'll tell you what. We got. And this is a bit of a spoiler for next week's episode. We got Andrew Gaze, basketball legend, coming on.
Yes.
Next. Yeah.
Gaze.
Right. Andrew Gaze.
Legend.
So, and you didn't prep for that quiz. Or the
No, I
next
haven't,
segment,
no.
have you? So
No.
when I say next week we're gonna have another one, it ain't true because Dave didn't do his homework. But we're starting with you
segment,
guys. This is the first time, so this is the way it's gonna work. It's gonna be called "Who Said What," and we're gonna play an audio clip, and you guys are gonna have to guess who it is. Now it's gonna be related to you guys. We've stayed in the WOG comedy lane. It's not gonna be very hard.
That sounds like my voice. I think it was Andrew.
So, and here's the fun part. It's going to be Mr. Greek, football god over here. 7 touches in his first quarter. Rising star versus Sooshi Mango. So what we'll do is once we hear the clip that Annabelle's going to pull up as we roll, you're going to have to use your name. Sushi, let's just go with Sushi because same syllables as Zaka. Zaka Sushi, they're your buzz-ins. Anyone who wants it can go as soon as it's
All
ready.
right, so you say Zaka and we say Sushi.
Yep.
Done.
All right, we good?
There we go.
All right. So you get to touch us now.
Yeah.
Give me the glasses.
By the way, I just made this up now, but winner gets a slab of Colonial.
Yeah.
Colonial, our
There we go.
sponsors.
Are they your sponsors?
Yeah, they're our sponsors. Colonial Brewing Co.
Oh, right.
So, cash money. Oh, and JBL.
And JBL.
Can't give you anything from JBL. I can't promise that.
Just
Is this
Colonial for the
JBL?
quiz, yeah.
These are JBL.
Is
Yeah.
it JBL?
Yeah. Maybe not those ones. That's all right. We'll just pretend.
And Baby Yoda as well.
Baby Yoda. We're sponsored by Disney as well. Not really. All right, Annabelle, let's get the first one up.
Okay.
What do you mean you want a second cup of coffee? What in national
Sushi.
the first one? Shine me the tree.
What do you need to know? Who it is?
Who is it?
Effie from Acropolis now. Merry Christmas.
No chance, man. This is our game.
He's already mentioned Effie and Acropolis now back there before.
I don't know. That was a bit
All right,
of
play
a,
next one.
that was
Sushi.
That was a bit of a lob. That was a bit of a lob up to start. Let's go number 2.
Anyway, gentlemen, look.
Sushi. Con the fruiterer.
Hey,
I really want Colonial beers over here.
he stepped it up. And Mark Mitchell as well. That's it. He's Aussie, isn't he?
Yeah.
He is Aussie, and again, cancel culture.
Yeah.
That's another topic. He was great.
Yeah, good. Unbelievable.
Did your family love?
Loved
Con the
him. Dad
I
loved
don't
him.
think
Why
there's
would
one
that-
Greek that didn't like
No,
it.
Yeah.
loved it. Well, it wasn't looking at him going, "You're an Aussie, you can't do it." It was loved it.
Loved
Absolutely
it.
loved it.
Loved it. I remember our family looking at him. That was the segment.
Yeah.
They didn't give crap about anything else but that segment. When he came on at the end and
yeah.
he did the thing, it's like everyone was watching it.
Yeah.
And
He
they want
was-
to cancel it, man.
No,
He
because
was
it,
He can't dress up. You know what? We give him permission.
no. But
Can you say give him
it's-
permission,
Yeah,
please?
we do give him
That's it,
permission.
we give him
yeah.
permission.
We do because it's
He
like you
was
said.
the
It's
king of Moomba at one point.
He was.
Yeah.
Can you imagine now?
Now he's
Can't
it's
move
back.
by nothing.
couldn't do anything. No. It's because it's so relatable and it was so funny from what you grew up with. So
And he was
you
good
look
at it.
Yeah, you look at everyone and you laugh at what they do, and then he's just mimicking that on his show, and it's hilarious.
Can I say, I play a Greek character, and my curl at the front
Yeah.
is a homage to Con the Fruiterer.
Love that.
Great, yeah.
Well, we're almost halfway through the first quarter and Zach hasn't had a touch. So 2-0. Let's go to the next one.
There's no cash here.
Zach,
Sushi.
There's no
Oh,
cash.
Zach got in.
You know what? I stumbled on this. I was like,
hang on,
I forgot her name.
it's Nick Giannopoulos.
Oh, what are you
No,
talking about?
no.
That's wrong.
I said this before the show. I didn't know whether
Can
I got it right or
can I
not.
take this one?
Girls get the girls.
It's Vince
I
Colosimo.
thought
Yes.
I had
In Chopper.
Chopper.
You were so confident too.
Yeah, I know. Neville, because that's the only one I heard before the show, and I said to him, it's either Vince or Nick. So I said, I'm going to go 50-50.
Neville Botros.
And I got it wrong.
on
Neville
Chopper.
Bardos. Neville Bardos.
Neville Bardos, sorry.
Dad'll
What did I
hate
say,
me for
Botros?
that.
I'm flying. I'm fucking
Neville Bardos.
flying.
Yes.
All right.
Oh my god. Oh my
Sushi.
god. Look at my car.
That's Nick Giannopoulos
That's Nick.
from
Yeah,
Wog Boy.
Wog
From
Boy
Wog Boy.
1.
Log boy, that's when
Yeah.
the car gets.
You're
Hey,
terrible.
that was
at
it.
Clean swept.
Is that
Clean
it?
sweep. That's it.
One, exit 4. Wasn't there
suck.
5?
No, that was 5. One.
One more.
Come on, you
I
got
said one more.
Can you keep up with your quiz, mate?
You got no chance. Oh. All right, last one.
Why don't you come for yourself?
Sushi.
I'm definitely.
Franco Gozzo.
Yay!
You know what? If I knew, I forgot that one was left. It wasn't written down on my list. Actually, yes, it was. But I would have given you the win if you got that one. You had no chance.
I had no chance of that one. No.
You're really shit.
But I got it.
You're really shit.
How good were we though?
Listen, let's come back next time and we'll do a footy one.
Yeah, we'll do
Alright?
exactly.
Come
Yeah,
on.
we'll do a footy one.
Come on, that's
Yeah.
not. It wasn't fair.
It wasn't really.
We're going to donate the Colonial beers back to you guys. How's that sound?
We don't need. You should see our fridge. We don't need any.
Take them, please.
Yes, they're yours. Enjoy the Colonials, boys. We'll
yes.
get you. We'll get you all the
So,
slabs.
where'd you get the pros and cons from?
Well,
Where'd
that's,
it come
that's a
from?
good question. No
The
one's
name.
asked that. 21 episodes. No one asked that
There you
question
go.
before. We haven't even asked that question before to
No,
ourselves.
yeah. Actually, yeah, PC. Yeah.
PC, true. Well, when we were trying to come up with the name, we were like, well, who's the pro and who's the con?
Oh, so you went to jail?
Yeah, no. I'm just a negative human.
I just said negative human. It's like him. Same.
Yeah.
Seriously, can you move over, man? I'm
You're warm.
Yeah, we just liked it. I don't know why. Pros,
I
pros and
like
the cons.
it. I
We
like
talk about positive and negative things, you know, talk about whatever, good and bad. And
Yeah, I think it was.
and then you're a
I think it was trying to
professional.
because we didn't want to just be a football podcast. Definitely, we wanted to be art, entertainment, sports, culture, current events,
Whatever.
all that kind of thing. So it was just the pros and the cons and kind of I don't know.
Can I
sat with
ask
us.
you guys? Would you guys come onto our podcast when we release it?
Absolutely would love
Definitely,
to.
yeah.
Because we would love to. I think
spoken,
I've enjoyed this.
But like
You guys are
Chopper,
good
Love it,
blokes.
man.
no cash.
No cash, no cash.
Us it. We got the sponsors. The
Oh no,
cash
there's
is
an
staying here
entry
too.
fee. You guys have to pay us for the
Yeah, no, we'd
We
more
would
than
love
happy,
to come to Nonna's garage. Is that where
Yeah.
with the salamis?
free salami with the.
mate on entry.
There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Definitely.
We'll have
Definitely.
to prank call my mother-in-law. I reckon with you guys on that. She could be the fourth member of.
Oh, really?
I would imagine. Yeah, the funny stuff that comes
you've
out
got
of
an
her mouth.
authentic one,
Naturally.
have you?
Very. Yeah, Sicilian as well. So you'll.
Yeah,
you'll
Sicilians are hardcore.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on, guys. We really appreciate it.
Tell us where to find you and
Yep.
when your shows are and how do we get tickets.
Great. It's sushimango.com if you want to get tickets.
Yep.
If you want to go on any of the socials, you can go choose literally any social you want. It's Sushi Mango, but SOOSHI.
Yep.
Because we just thought we'd make it that much harder.
But we've got the other domain anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
No, but if you want to go onto Insta, Facebook, whatever it is, SOOSHI Mango, find us on there. Check out some of the videos. You might like it, and if you like it, come along to the show. It's going to be great. Did I mention that we've made history by doing two
Oh,
shows?
I need to get these glasses out again.
Put those glasses back on.
These glasses need to come back out. They make me
It
do
could be a
Get them on.
third. It could be a third.
There could be a third.
But let's not. No, we're not. We're not going to do that. We're going to do the MCG instead. But, but if you check out on those, it's going to be a great show. It's the best show we've ever written. We haven't written it yet, but it's going to be. No, it is the best show we've ever written. The best stuff we've ever done. We've worked really, really hard to do it. So try and come out, guys. It'll be a great day. There'll be 11,000 wogs there.
I've already got tickets for
you
it.
got tickets
yeah,
already.
I've already got tickets.
I was going to.
That's so good because we don't have to give you any.
Well, my girlfriend actually. So I've got 5 tickets. I'm in a bit of.
I was going to say, I've got 5 girlfriends. And
I'm in a bit of a pickle at the moment. Right.
Which one to bring? Sorry, Amy. Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah, don't say that, Amy. You know Amy.
I do.
Hi, Amy. Amy, we are joking, Amy. It's fine.
So I bought these tickets in November last year for a Christmas present for mum, dad, my sister, and her partner. And then me and Amy got together. Came along mid-December, and we got that. And then obviously Christmas Day come along, I give myself and the family the 5 tickets, and then Amy doesn't have a ticket. So I've got.
So what he's trying to say is we do need a couple of
Do you
tickets.
need one ticket?
Well, we can, but she's going to be sitting all the way in the back.
And that's what I said to her. I said that to her. I said, we can come along, but you're going to be sitting 10 rows back.
Well, we can sort it
So,
out. Hey,
yeah.
have you got,
I'm going to buy tickets for my. I'm going to buy tickets. We don't give it.
We'll do cash ones, 10% extra.
Yeah, good. We're going to
For you guys
make
in
you
your
pay
pocket.
for the colonial slabs. They give it to us for free. That's how we make money. And I'll buy tickets. We're going to buy some for my mother-in-law as well, who absolutely loves it. She's dying to go. So we're definitely going to come.
If
Gonna
anyone wants
wait.
come. Seriously, the Sat in Melbourne.
Yep.
This goes all around Australia, though, this
Yes.
podcast. Actually,
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
The world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from what I heard.
Fly in, 14-day quarantine,
One-
and then you can come.
We have 1 billion viewers in this podcast.
Biggest. We've sold out this room. I couldn't tell you how many times.
Everywhere around the country, there's still great seats left. In Melbourne, check out the Sunday show.
Yep.
Because the Saturday show is getting really full. So
Yep.
if you want to have some better seats, check out the Sunday
We
show.
just released Gold Coast, Darwin, Townsville, Griffith. So wherever this goes to, jump online,
Cairns.
sushimango.com, see if we're coming to you. We're going to like 16 places.
Yeah, 16 cities.
Bendigo,
Yeah.
Love
everywhere.
That's enough about us because
Awesome.
we've been, yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Let's talk about his 7 touches in the first
Clean, crisp. Nab Rising Star, I heard. I don't know.
Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, you were there. You were watching. So, yeah, thank you.
So you guys have been mates for a very long time,
Long
obviously.
time.
Yeah,
So
so-
I was there draft day at his house listening on a radio because they didn't broadcast it anywhere else.
Actually, that's how long ago it was. Yeah.
So
That's
what's
how
it
long.
like?
That's how old we are.
But he was in my sister's year level at school.
Yeah.
So back from primary school.
Yeah, same primary school.
How, your sister older?
Yeah, so we're 2 years apart. But yeah, he's known my sister since she was 5.
So what's it like living in his shadow?
Yeah, well, tell you what, I get to do all the work, which is great. I get to drill and put the shelves up. I get to set up all the mics. I get the waters.
And I do nothing.
And he just goes, "We ready? What the fuck? Let's go." Yeah, so it's good. It's really great.
No, good vibe, good show. And I hope it much success to you guys. Is
Thank you.
awesome.
Thanks,
And
guys.
we'll
And same to you.
Yeah, look, the pros and cons podcast soon to be broadcast from Rod Laver Arena.
We might. That sounds good, actually. Let's look at that.
We'll try and get that.
And we'd love to come back if you want us back
100%.
again.
Yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We'll get the
No,
agent to
definitely.
sort it out and
We'll have to pay next time.
next time.
There's a fee at the door. Yeah.
Nah, whatever, boys. We'd love to come back. Man.
Thank you so
Thanks
much,
again.
guys.
Great time.
Thanks, boys. Well, that was a big one. That was good.
That's one of our longest podcasts yet,
long.
I reckon. That was
I didn't want
a
to
lot
leave.
of laughs.
We had to get him out because we had Gazy on next, which will drop next week for you guys.
Yes.
Big reveal, obviously. We just mentioned it.
Yes.
But Gazy on coming up. We've got to hurry up and wrap this up
Yeah.
so we can get Gazy.
We have to get him out.
But, mate, they are some funny bastards. Make sure you go check out their tour. Check
Yes.
them out on Instagram.
Go
and
online,
YouTube.
sushimango.com.au. That's SOO for sushi.
SHI.
Yes. So get on that and buy the tickets. As we said, 16 cities in 2.5 months or 3 months they're going on. So it's a big tour, and I'm sure they will sell out a lot of them. As I was saying, 2 sold out shows at Rod Laver,
dominant.
hopefully. So it was a great chat.
Thanks for listening. Thanks to our sponsors, Colonial Brewing Co. Go to their Port Melbourne location, check them out, or Margaret River, and grab a slab, grab some beers.
And thanks to other sponsors, mate, JBL for looking after us again, and a new product, Endurance Peak 2, mate, which I'll definitely try and get back to you.
Get on your run wherever
will.
you do it. I don't know.
Yes.
Can you wear headphones at the club when you're running?
Not at
around?
the club, but around my backyard. I'll go
Yeah,
for
there
a
you
run,
go.
mate. And,
Go for a run,
and do
put 'em
that.
in.
Yeah, and put them in.
They're comfy and they
Yes.
sound good.
Yes. So thank you
you're
for
gonna
that. And make sure for any of our viewers that want to do video, you can go to YouTube, subscribe to us, leave a review, and listen to us on any other podcast platform.
Apple, Spotify, Google, whatever it works.
And keep recommending who else you want to have on.
And also for JBL, make sure you use the code TPATC25 at checkout to get 25% off those headphones or any other stuff they have on the website. Maybe not sale. There's probably conditions.
No.
There, you can figure those conditions out.
We all love discounts, mate.
Yeah,
so-
everyone loves a discount. 25 is a big discount
That
too.
is.
That's better than damn Black Friday or, I don't know, Boxing Day sometimes. So
You get a bit carried away, but thank you, JBL, for that discount.
it's a good discount. I like it. I reckon get around it. And also, if you're in the market, you might as well have a look because they are damn good headphones.
I love it, mate. You really have a lot of passion for JBL. It's awesome.
like
They're a
them.
great sponsor.
Yeah,
of
they're
ours.
good blokes. They're keeping us alive, keeping the lights on, keeping this light on, which is our new sign.
Thanks, guys, for listening.
Tune in next week. You.